Lee's going to start this hour off in Idaho. Hi, Lee. How are you?
Hi, Dave. How are you? I'm good.
Good. How can I help?
Well, we've been working your total money makeover plan since last March. And then last year, we paid off around $11,000 in debt.
Good.
But recently, what happened was we had a house that we rent out now, and we bought another home. So we're renting this other home, and we live in a different residence. And I received the escrow statement from the bank, which the payment's going up $200 a month because we don't qualify for the tax exemption any longer, which is fine. So that got me to thinking I'm going to have to redo the budget and all this good stuff. My question is, I recently discovered that my husband has opened up another credit card, and he has put $3,000 of charges on this card, and I just found out about it.
What did he buy?
Sporting goods, you name it. It's really just hobby stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big eBayer and things like that, so it wouldn't be anything for a package to arrive here and there. He'd buy and sell things all the time.
Mm-hmm.
When we started the Total Money Makeover, we sold a lot of extra things that we had. We had a garage sale. We did all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He came clean about the credit card finally. Well, I opened the mail because the lure was, hey, I applied for this credit card so I could get a $100 gift card to REI, which I thought was weird. I mean, why would you apply for a credit card all for a $100 gift card? It didn't make any sense. Well, come to find out, he'd had a PayPal account, a PayPal credit card, I guess, with a 0% interest. The interest was about to expire on it. He wouldn't be able to make the payments without me knowing.
Mm-hmm.
So his intention was to transfer the debt to this other card
Mm-hmm.
and try to hide it. And we get a minimal allowance each week. You know, we allow $25 a week.
How did he react when you confronted him with the fact he'd been lying?
At first, he was angry. He was out of town.
He was angry?
He was angry.
Angry why? Would he be angry?
Because I opened the mail initially.
So?
It was none of my business.
You're not allowed to open your own mail?
It was his mail.
Well, you're married.
Right.
Okay. So he was
At any
angry.
rate,
all right.
He was angry, and then he called back and apologized. And he said, I know it's wrong. I'm glad it came out. I need help with this. I don't know why I did it. I feel like when we first started he said he felt like when we first started the plan that he'd have no fund money. He wasn't ready. I mean, he wasn't ready to fully commit.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that he's going to counseling. He's going to get counseling. He's made an appointment
Mm-hmm.
to understand to try to deal with those issues of control or anger or whatever sparked him to feel like he wasn't having any control or any say. I do all the finances, so we each get an allowance. And
why did he not get involved in the finances when you start the Total Money Makeover?
He did. We
so
looked
I
at the
do all the
budget.
finances? What's that mean?
Just that I do the budget. We look at it. You know, I guess we haven't been that diligent about sticking to the budget, and I admit that as well.
And hadn't been that diligent about him having a say in the budget.
Say that again?
And haven't been very diligent about him actually having a say in the budget.
Oh, no, he has a say in it. I don't think he didn't, you know, he's kind of like, well, if this is how we're going to do it, that's fine.
Gotcha. So what's your question for me?
I trust you. My question is, we set aside $3,100 for kind of a rainy day for this other home that we own.
Mm-hmm.
In the event that a tenant vacates and we need to cover the payment for a couple of months, that
Mm-hmm.
money's there.
Mm-hmm.
And tax season's coming up, and I know we'll have to pay some taxes, which is fine. Do I take that money and pay off this chunk of debt, or do I save that money in case the tenant vacates? Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what to do. I know that money's not working for me.
What's that house worth?
Less than we owe. $180.
Mm.
And I would love to sell it.
Yeah.
but I'm going to have to wait another year or two.
Yeah. I'd really like to hear you all change your pronouns from I to we, where
Right.
you guys were actually working together.
hmm
It sounds like you do everything and he just kind of was going along. It really does sound like you're dominating this entire deal,
Right.
and that he's not having a say.
hmm
And he wasn't, for some reason, man enough to say, "Hey, I, I'm not okay with this. I'm
And
not
he kind
okay."
of said he wasn't okay with it in the beginning.
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't follow through to the point that he turned. Now he's lied, and now you've got a break in trust in your marriage because once someone's willing to hide something, then you wonder what else they're hiding.
Right. We've had that conversation.
Yeah, it's more than a conversation. Um, the so I'm I probably would not leave you completely broke and pay this debt off. I would put the debt in the debt snowball if you're paying off other debts, and
hmm
obviously cut up the card. And you all have got to revise your marriage and your budgeting process.
Okay.
And you know, really, he has got to do some things to rebuild trust, and you got to do some things to make sure that he is, you know, having his say, because for some reason he's having trouble doing that. And you know, it's really, really time that y'all address some of these issues in your relationship. That's a whole lot bigger deal than the $3,000. I mean, it could have been 30,000. You know, we call this in our world, we call this financial infidelity, when one spouse lies to the other one about money or hides debt, because it's broken trust, and it's hiding, and it's deception, and it's lying. And so it still breaks it still touches the same place in your heart that sexual infidelity touches. And for some people, it's actually worse, which I can't grasp that one. But either way, it's broken trust, and it affects the quality of the relationship and where we go from here. So, yeah, you guys have really got to put the budgeting system and the way you have the conversation around the budget, where you're both involved, and we are looking at this house. We are making these decisions about our money. We are on fire to get out of debt. We want to save money for emergencies. And, you know, and he needs to not just be tagging along like you're his mother. That's just broken here. And that's a big deal. That's a $100,000 deal. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.